Hi, I'm Mark Spencer, and I'm the president of Aqua Metrix. I bought the company because of its reputation for making some of the most durable and dependable probes and controllers in the marketplace. It seems that every manufacturer claims that its products are rugged and dependable, but I'm about to share with you why these words for us is not just a marketing slogan. The secret behind Aqua Metrix pH and ORP probes is their differential design. We've been making probes using differential technology longer than just about any other company, and our probes have been proven in thousands of installations over 3 decades. In this video, I'll show you just how a differential probe works and why it remains the overwhelming choice for those who need a probe that works long after others don't. Before I describe the differential probe, let me first show you a combination probe and explain how it works. The term combination is very misleading. It does not mean that the probe is a combination of two sensors, such as pH and ORP. Here's a typical combination probe. The process electrode, the electrode that sticks in the water, is the sealed glass bulb containing a silver wire in a salt solution. The reference electrode is another silver wire, only this time it's just sitting in the entire enclosure that's filled with a salt solution. The process electrode and reference electrode are combined into one circuit in one glass envelope, hence the term combination. A porous junction allows electrons to flow from one electrode to the other, thus completing the circuit. This makes for a pH or ORP probe that is compact and inexpensive, but there are limitations to this design. The porous junction that completes the electrical circuit allows dissolved matter to flow into the glass enclosure in the salt solution. The result is that the silver wire becomes coated and the fill solution becomes contaminated. This causes the efficiency of the probe to decline over time. Usually after a year or two, the probe's efficiency is so low that the user throws out the probe. A second limitation is the size of the signal that the probe generates. All pH and ORP probes are like batteries. They produce a voltage. However, the current they produce is tiny, on the order of microamps. The tiny current means that the cable length is kept short, usually no longer than 10 feet, to prevent the degradation of the signal. And lastly, most probes lack a temperature element, so that compensating the pH measurement for temperature is not possible. Now, let's look at a differential probe. This is our signature P60C8. Well, I have this nifty cutaway of the same probe to show how it works. Here you can see the process electrode. It looks similar to the one in the combination probe, except it's a lot larger. The reference electrode, however, is very different. Instead of being a bare wire, wide open to the entire probe enclosure, it is a fully formed electrode, just like the process electrode. It sits in this small chamber that contains pH 7 buffer solution. Unlike the combination probe, the process and reference electrodes are not combined into one circuit. Each electrode forms a complete circuit with the same titanium ground rod right here. This makes for 2 complete circuits with the ground rod common to both. The reference circuit always measures pH 7 and the process electrode measures the process pH. Subtracting the reference voltage from the process voltage gives us the true pH, hence the term differential. The porous junction that linked the salt solution surrounding the silver wire in the combination probe is now a replaceable component that we call a salt bridge. It has a porous junction on both sides and is packed with concentrated potassium chloride. The ground rod also contains a temperature element so that the analyzer can correct the pH for the temperature. The little circuit board has a preamplifier that takes the low current signal and converts it to a high current signal. This arrangement has several advantages. Because we use a ground rod as a common to both circuits, any stray voltages that enter the solution are automatically canceled. The result is a very stable signal. By making the reference electrode a complete self-contained circuit, we now have access to the reference solution. All we need to do is unscrew the salt bridge, pour out the old pH buffer, and pour in the new buffer. The cost is less than $1. The salt bridge itself will become clogged with impurities over time. This happens about once a year, and all we need to do is throw it out and screw in a new one. The cost for this, it's about $30. The preamplifier that is embedded in the probe body puts out a voltage with a healthy current. Now, instead of being constrained to 10 feet of cable, we can run cable as long as 3,000 feet. And lastly, inside the titanium ground rod sits a thermistor, or RTD. The temperature of the process is read by the controller and corrects the pH to its proper value. All these cool features mean that an Aqua Metrix differential probe will provide accurate results and dependable service for years to come. Although it costs more than a typical combination probe, its long lifetime and low cost of maintenance ensures that its cost of ownership over time will actually make it a low-cost alternative after approximately 4 years. In the next video, I'll share with you how simple it is to calibrate a differential probe. Thanks for watching.